Tomorrow to who don't want to go or do all don't want to go want to travel ไป你要去 museum 嘛哈 you know the way OK 不要去的举个手来我司机讲好了司机叫我帮他看路没有啦看你们啦你们自己决定啊 last day then you can spend all your time 因为不是来一天你回家了可以慢慢的好好休息在飞机上有16个小时给你慢慢休息So up to you, you decide because we're going Real Madrid. I say I can drop your at airport. Then you feel like Barney, you want to buy a lot of things back to India and sell. So you need to go and order the stock and the container. So Serona, you never go on. Serona is the important street that all the branded must go because everyone is all concentrated there. All the branded. You want to buy branded? Massimo Dutti 有一定有的啦 Loewe Massimo Dutti 那个 Loewe 它 LV 全部在那个很长的它 street very long very big is the whole square Hard Rock Cafe is there it's like the city center 咯好像你们就说它是2条嘛 but 那个 Serona 是 is very big yeah you go internet and see 啦 Serona yeah哦，等你们今天已经在birthday 了，所以你可以去那边 Freeman 那些就已经 complete 了，你们 Madrid tour 就已经 complete 了。Yeah. If I'm not leading tour, I'll be doing this lah. Then no pass by, you can give him some tips lah. No, in front one lah, they will give him tips that kind of thing. Yeah, tip him. Yeah.
We got to fake the window.
This one is nothing. I saw it where? 给我想一下 Which country? Also Europe.
And I can tell you what it is there. This is the bull ring of Madrid. Okay? This was built, you have the date of building in the upper part of the main facade, 1929. Okay, it's made in neo-Arab style. Alright, this is the main facade, and you will find here some monuments honoring different bullfighters, and also there, a stick on the main wall. This is something that bullfighters made to say thank you to a science man, not a bullfighter. Dr. Fleming, do you know what he did? Penicillin.
Oh, I see. Oh.
And that saved a lot of lives here. Using now the longest street in Madrid, Alcalá Street. Alcalá is the name of a city 35 kilometers away from here, backwards. That was very important city in the Roman times, the most important one in the mid part of the country. And also it is the birthplace of Cervantes. Do you know Cervantes? He wrote Don Quixote. Okay, and today we also have one of the best universities in Spain. So it's a very famous place backwards. So this was the old way to go to Alcalá, and that's the name of the streets. You know, Madrid today is the capital of Spain, but it's not that far away in time. Madrid was made capital of Spain only in 1561. On that time, up to that time, the kings were traveling all over the place, so they never had a capital city. And that King Philip II, on that time, he decided to settle down, and he's chosen Madrid. Madrid was no important at that time. There were much more important cities like Toledo, you're going to see today, Ávila, Segovia, Salamanca, Sevilla, Granada, Cordoba, plenty of places much more important than Madrid on that time. Why Madrid? For that reason, Madrid was no important. So the king never faced a previous power here. Royal Palace, are you ready for that? Have you dressed properly? I'm afraid the king is not coming today. He phoned me this morning to apologize. Okay, so that was the birthplace of Madrid, the place where we have the royal palace. You know, the Arabs came to Spain and Portugal in the year 711. They've taken the whole land very quick, except a little part in the north. And from there, from the north, they started the reconquering war, Christian Knights. So when the Christian Knights were more or less nearby this area, the Arabs here, they started to panic. That happened in the mid-800s, Middle Ages, 9th century. So they've made a line of castles from the mountains limits on the north part of our province today to Toledo. They wanted to avoid Christians to take back the city of Toledo. Toledo was the former capital before the Arabs came. So they've made this line of castles, and Madrid Castle was the one in the middle. So it was the most important one, the biggest. Have you? So that happened the very same thing here. You'll find that the place where we have the royal palace today is in the top of a hill. So from there they could see the previous one and the next one, and if the enemy was coming they could tell the rest. Also, those Arabs were very clever. They put the place in the top of the hill, and all the surroundings were full of subterranean rivers. So with the new system of pipes, they could have the water inside the castle, and if the enemy was coming, they couldn't cut it because they never saw it. So that gave the name to our city. Madrid comes from an old Arab word written down in the medieval chronicles as Mairit or Magerit, that means place of the water. So that's the explanation for our name. You know, Christians came, the population nowadays in the whole metropolitan area of Madrid is 5.5 million people. And the province is 7.5 million. So it is the most populated area in Spain. You know, it's the biggest store where you can find almost everything. We have them all over the city and all over Spain. But here in the city is where we have the biggest amount of them. A king called Charles III. He is the one here. You know, Charles III, he was king of Spain from 1759 to 1788. And this is very important to know that he was first king of Naples. And he was there at Naples when they discovered Pompeii. And he was really involved in the excavation. So he came here with the whole antique Rome on his head, and he placed here the neoclassical style in the buildings, the Roman mythology in the decorations. Is the symbol of Madrid today. And now we are inside of the old city, and we are going to reach, you know, the most famous square in Madrid, which is Cibeles Square. Charles III placed here for the first time the Roman mythology in the fountains.
Yes.
So the fountain you will see in the next square, it is Cibeles, the Roman goddess of the earth, the Roman goddess of the agriculture, fertility, and also the Roman goddess of Real Madrid. They come here to celebrate when they win something. Have you heard about Real Madrid? You know, the tallest buildings we have in the city are in the north limits, nearby your hotel. You may have seen them, 4 buildings made in the year 2009. So here it is. This is the City Hall facade on the left. Cibeles fountain in the middle. And this is the other image of Madrid. She's got on the left-hand side the keys of the city. And now the building on the left, which is covered, it's been restored. The facade. This is the Bank of Spain.
Bank.
Yeah, the bank. My friends, I really hope there's something inside there. Must be. If not, we have a problem. We will show you something very different, a surprise. Okay? I've told you that the city is not a very old one, but I will show you something very old, which is here. But now look. So now I will show you something a bit out of place, which is here. And this was made in the year 200 before Christ. But it's here in the city. It is going to be on the left, something that maybe you don't expect to see in a city like Madrid. I won't say a word up to the time you see it, okay? It's my surprise. So look left, and after these trees, you'll find an Egyptian temple, a real one.
Real one.
I've told you it's a bit out of place. There are only 4 temples outside Egypt, and one is here. In the 50s, 60s, last century, they were making the artificial lake of Aswan in Egypt. And it was a huge work because they have to change the trace of the river Nile. And, you know, they asked for help to all the countries in the international communities, and only 4 countries have managed to go back home with a present to say thank you. And this is the one here. Another one is in Torino, Italy. The 3rd one is in the Netherlands, and the 4th one is in the Metropolitan Museum of New York. This is the only uncovered one. And it's suffering a lot of something which is not in Egypt: pollution and rain. So they have to clean it very often. They've made the last restoration last month. And you know what they found when they are making the restorations here? They are making a very interesting study of the history of graffiti. You know, they found graffitis from the old Egyptian times, Roman times, well, Greek times and Roman times, European travelers in the 1700s, and modern graffitis, of course. So everybody through the years used to write "I was here" in different languages. Well, it's not a big temple, as you can see, and it is honoring different gods. The main one is Amon-Ra, the god of the sun. Inside the tunnel, inside the parking place. And from there, I will use the whisper system, okay?
This is尼泊的片叫查理的特。
Century was a school only for girls, Christian girls. The building was commissioned to be built by a cardinal, the Cardinal Martinez Silicio. We can see by the entrance of the church the symbol of that cardinal, the emblem, the capello of the cardinal. Now this is a museum, and on the back side of the building is a residence for the students, female residence. So originally it was built in the 16th century. Was very popular, was very big, this building, but there were many people that wanted to come to this school. So then later they built the other building on the left-hand side, and both buildings were joined with that bridge that is there. Nowadays they are separate, so then this is a museum, and the other side, the other building, is used for offices of the region of Castile-La Mancha. So they are not connected anymore, but the bridge is still there. Okay, so now we continue. Here are the houses. There are 2 different tiles representing a menorah, that is the candle with 7 arms, is very important to the Jewish community, and 2 Hebrew words. One of them means life, and the other one means Spain in Hebrew. They say Sepharad. So when they talk about Spain, they never say Spain, they say Sepharad. So even nowadays, when there are groups from Israel, from these countries who speak Hebrew, they talk about this country as Sepharad. So when they were expelled from here, from Sepharad, they were called Sephardics. So that means Sephardic Jews, Spanish Jews. Okay, so then we continue, and you can see that tile I told you on the facade of that house. The house this is made. So many of these keep this style. Cheese, but it's also made of marzipan.
Marzipan.
And every year, it's almond paste. It's made with almond, sugar, and honey. But mainly almond and sugar. The main ingredient is almond. So that's why sometimes it's expensive, because it depends on the season. We have more or less almonds. But we grow a lot of them in this area.
Marzipan.
Okay, so now examples, we have mosques converted into churches. You see the minaret, the old minaret of the mosque that became a church, and now this is the church. It's still in use, but not as a mosque, as a church. It's called the Salvador Church, and the material they used to build this tower are Roman remains and Visigoth ones. It seems that it's leaning a little bit, but it's because of the floor. It's not like the Pisa Tower in Italy. Vamos a bajar la fachada principal. Les explico y podrán tomar fotos de la fachada principal de la catedral. It looks like new entrance to the hall.
Very primat. This is most people, sometimes primat big problem, because you buy something, you have to queue for very long. Something which crowded during their peak. We take metro here. How about that?
Yeah, it's serious.
And now we all alight here lah. We take train back. I think easier.
Good idea.
Huh? Well?
Good idea.
Oh, actually good idea. What? You go back, they come back, huh?
Why not?
But who want to go back hotel?
Nobody.
Miss Chan lah. Okay lah, then Miss Chan don't alight lah. I asked one hole. One hole. They all want shopping. You alight, all go shopping. You go hotel, okay? Agi, you hotel. We take taxi, train, back hotel. Agi, okay?